Hi Flosstube and welcome to Punky's Place. My name is Heather. I go by Punky Purls on Facebook, Instagram, and Etsy. First I want to thank the new subscribers. I really appreciate that. I also want to thank my return viewers. You guys have really been motivational for me to get a lot of things done, whether it be cross-stitch, knitting, or quilting or sewing. So I do a lot of crafty things. This channel is mostly about cross-stitch, but I will be showing some other projects today because Christmas is coming, so I'm doing quite a bit of sewing. So let's get started. I have two cross-stitch FFOs. The first one is Sweater Weather by Stitching with the Housewives. It is stitched on 28 count Monaco that I dyed with black. It turned out this marbly gray. I omitted a lot of the motif around the fox because I wanted it to fit on this sleigh that I got from Michael's for $1 on their doorbusters. I topped it with ribbon, a fabric covered button, and some blue rickrack. There was writing on here that said Merry Christmas, and you could see part of it popping out on the sides. It was red writing, so I got a little bit of white acrylic paint and painted what was poking out. So that is my first finished object. This is going to be a Christmas gift. I don't think any of the people that I'm making things for are actually going to watch this, so somebody's going to be the lucky recipient of this one. But so cute. It's almost too cute to give away, but that's my first FFO. And that was stitched during the Jolly Housewives sale with Fat Quarter Shop. The second thing I got done, and I'm really excited about, which is also part of my haul, is Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by Stitching with the Housewives. This was also part of Jolly Housewives sale that Fat Quarter Shop is putting on. I did some modifications. Our Christmas is red and black gingham. I have some white and black gingham on my tree as well, but mostly red and black. And so what I did was the Mary sign was originally white, and I modified it so that I could use this fabric. I knew that I was going to be, if I was going to be FFOing, it was going to be a red and white buffalo check fabric, so I wanted it to coordinate. I'm so happy with how this turned out. It's obviously a pillow. I got a lot of love for it already on Instagram, so thank you so much for your guys' praise. This part, how many times I decided, like, I couldn't decide, should I keep going, should I not keep going, is it disrespectful to change it up? I'm so glad I kept it. I love how it finished up. So like I said, this is a 16-inch pillow, envelope pillow. You just insert. And then what I did was took white and red binding, and instead of sewing it together, I kind of made it like a quilt. This is stitched on 28 count Monaco that I dyed it with evening blue. Priscilla and Chelsea tea dyed theirs on top of it, so they had a little bit more of a brown. I was too afraid to ruin the blue color that I got, so I just left it the blue. And the other thing that I modified, because I did the check here, I didn't want to put the check on the bottom. So I just did a plain black ground. And then I put my initials. One of my Instagram followers reminded me to put my initials and the date on there. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm so happy with how this turned out. Almost so much to the fact that I don't want to put it away for the holidays. It's probably going to just sit on my rocking chair here in my studio. So I'm excited about that one. maybe YouTube will snap that one. Anyway, so there's that. Alright, so as far as whips, also part of my haul, I purchased during the Black Friday, I think it was Cyber Saturday, or one of those, whenever they had their sale on Etsy for Stitching with the Housewives. I got Rudolph and Mr. Claus, and I've put a pretty good dent into it. Let me put it up against something. So I started down here, and I've kind of shimmied my way up this way because I really want to do the reindeer, and then I've decided that I'll do the border last. I know the border's probably not going to be very fun, but I have a problem counting, so I figure if I have some sort of landmark in the middle, it'll be easier to stay on track. So this one is stitched on 28 count, the same one that Sweater Weather was printed on. It's just another piece of that 28 count Monaco that I dyed with black, and you can see it came out more gray than black, and I'm okay with that. So there's that one. And as far as cross stitching, I know that's not a whole lot, so if that's all you were coming to see, that's all my progress for cross stitch this last 2 weeks. For my haul, I already told you one of them was the Rudolph and Mr. Claus, and the other one was a Merry Little Christmas that I got. So I didn't buy a whole lot. This time Christmas is coming up, so I need to focus on gifts for other people than just myself. And so I didn't buy a whole lot. But there are a couple free patterns that I wanted to give you guys heads up on. The first one is Berries in Bloom. It's a hands-on design pattern. I will link it in the show notes so you can see it, but on Instagram I found it that way. So cute. The picture will be posted as well. And then the other one, if you haven't heard, pineneedleonline.com is doing a stitch along. It's only free for the month of December. The border's free, and every day, that's like an advent calendar for lack of a better word, they give you a little motif that you can stitch up real quick. So those two are the ones that I was excited about downloading as far as free patterns for the month. So yeah, that's all the cross stitch thing. If you're not interested about sewing, thanks for coming and visiting. I'm going to get into sewing now because I have a lot more of that than cross stitch today. So the first thing I made is this little fox pouch. And I will link the tutorial in the show notes as well. It has a magnetic closure and a pocket on the inside. It's got interfacing and quilt batting. On the tutorial she used fusible fleece. I didn't have any of that, so what I used was just fusible interfacing and then put quilt batting scrap that I had in there. The fabric, it's hard to show with my lighting, but it's like a linen fabric. And then I made a tab and a wristlet. And of course, this cute little foxes that I found at Joann's. Ugh, I just love it. So this might be, I don't know if I'm going to put them in the shop or not. Let me know if anybody would be interested, and I'll put them in the shop. But so cute. It might be a gift this Christmas for somebody as well. So there's that. And the other thing that I'm making, so I am making, it's hard to make things for guys, and my coworkers, usually I make them something for Christmas. And last year I kind of copped out on giving the guys anything handmade because I felt weird, and I just got them that sausage stuff. What is it? Pepperidge Farm sausage things. This year I said I'm going to change it up a little bit. So there's one guy in my office, and he has 2 dachshunds, and he loves his dachshunds. So what I decided to do is make a cute dachshund sweater block and make it into a throw pillow. So he's married. Hopefully his wife appreciates it, even if he doesn't, but I'm pretty sure he will. So it's not done yet. I did get the block done. I just need to finish it up. And his doxies are black and brown. So I made it like that. And it's wearing a Christmas sweater with the little red glasses. So that one is being worked right now. I figured I'd show you guys now since I probably won't be back to do another Flosstube till after Christmas. So at least so you can see a little bit of what I've been working on. And the other thing I've been working on, but I'm going to have to stand back because it's pretty big. And this one's for me. So I've made quilts for every single person in my family. Best friends, sisters, sister, brother, you name it, sister-in-law, everybody, nieces and nephews, pretty much everybody in my house and family has a quilt. I do not. So I had mentioned, I think in my last video, that I started a quilt for myself, and I've gotten pretty far. I'm gonna stand up. I have about 3/4 of the way done with the quilting of it. And it's a big buddy. So this is a scrappy trip along quilt, and you can see I'm not quite finished with the quilting. I need to go the opposite direction this way on this half of the thing, but see if I can find it. That's what it's going to look like. I don't know if you can see the quilting on that. So I'm just doing a diagonal over that. And the flannel at Joann's was on sale, so I ended up putting a red and white polka dot flannel on the back. Hopefully I'm sure it's going to be super cozy, but I'm excited about that one. It's almost done. My arms and my body from quilting that are sore. It's like a workout. That thing is really hard to finagle, but it's almost done. I plan on trimming it with the same red and white fabric that I did my pillow in as well. So that's pretty much all I have as far as all my projects. I did get some knitting haul as well, so here I'll show you that. So I love socks. Actually, I love everything knit. I don't know, but knitting socks are really something that you can bring along with you. So let me see if I was gonna get a good way. Right here. It is Luna Pearl yarns. Whoop. Anyways, the colorway is Merry and Bright. It's gonna be self-striping yarn, so it's got blue and green and like a mauve and a pink. It should be really fun to knit up. I haven't wound it into a skein yet, or into a ball yet, so I can knit with it because I want to finish the quilt and some other Christmas projects. After Christmas, I'll show you all the things that I did make. I'll take pictures and post them, since by then everybody should have their goodies. But yeah, I think that's everything. So thanks for joining me. It's a short video today. Once again, thanks for coming and spending a little bit of time with me, and I hope everybody has a good night.